welcome everybody to Lunch Bunch today. I have Miss Nikki Thompson, second grade teacher at Simsonia Elementary. She's going to share with us about boom cards. I've had a lot of interest about boom cards, so she's going to take us through the whole process. So after this session, you should be able to get on boom cards and get to work. And I'm sure that if you have any questions about them, Miss Nikki will most certainly answer those for you. So without further ado, Miss Nikki Thompson.
All right. Okay, guys. Boom cards are not my number one best tech tool I ever used. So, no, I'm still learning this too. I didn't start using boom cards till last year. And then with IM Math this year, I haven't quite incorporated them as much as I have in the past. But it's a learning tool. It's something you learn daily. So let me share my screen real quick so you can see how to get to it. Sorry. What I love about boom cards are that they are quick, formative assessments, and that it increases the engagement because the kids can work together, they can work alone, they can do this from home, they can do it here at school. So it has many great options for you to use them. So to go to, you just start at boomlearning.com, and I already pulled up my account, and it actually has my teaching partners account because this is a school account. So we have a school account, and so she was the one who had started it. So with boom cards, there are free versions, and there is also a membership version. And so you have different options depending on your membership level. So you can be a basic, free, and have your classroom. Ours are linked from our Google Classrooms. You just import your entire classroom here. So I am going to go through making a new classroom, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So once you're logged in, you're going to come up to this screen right here, and you're going to go to New Classroom. And then it's going to create, you can change the name of it to if it's a different class period, if it's anything like that. Now, if you are not Google Classroom compatible, you can share your classroom code with your students. You just have to import your students first. So if you're just adding one student at a time, then you click New Students. If you're having multiple, you can list them here and go through that way. You can also put a default password where all the kids have the same password, so it's easy login. You can use QR codes to get the kids in once you have your class created. And then that's really all it is to setting up a classroom. It's super easy. So like I said, we do it with Google Classroom. Our membership only allows us to have 3 classes, so I can't click another one. But I'm going to delete this one for you real quick. But you can go just to upload your Google Classroom and then go from there. The one thing with boom cards I will say that I have ran into this year is if you have a new student move in, every time you have a new student move in, you have to add and re-import students because it doesn't automatically do that from Google. So you will have to re-import, and your new students will come in and they will get any of the assignment that you do. That's all you have to do. We did run into that at the beginning of the year, and it was a little frustrating, but we finally figured out what it was. So just re-import your students. Now, where to find boom cards? That's always the number one question. Where do you find them? There are 2 different ways we find boom cards. The first place are here in the store on Boom Learning. And I think I already have it clicked to free. You can see there are a lot here that are points. That's how you can buy or purchase your boom cards. There are many out there that are free. You can make your own boom cards. Let's see, they're all different grade levels, kindergarten to even 12th grade. I looked, there is a foreign language. There are some great speech therapy ones for those who require speech services. So you can search for them here. You can search for them by grade. I already have it set to free, price, low to high, but you can do the opposite. If we were looking for Christmas for this week, you can put it in your search bar. You'll see some of them have points, and you can earn points by creating slide decks, or you can purchase them. Don't do that though. There are tons of free ones out there, unless it's just one you absolutely want. The second way, let me find a free one real quick. Just add it to my library so I can show you how to assign it.
Nikki, while
Yes,
you're doing that, I do have a question.
Okay.
What would you compare this to? Would it be kind of like a task card kind of, or, how
Yes.
would you compare it to something?
Yes, sorry. Yes, I would say that boom cards are very similar to task cards, but they're online. They're digital. You don't have to go snip them to put them in your Google form. They already come up for you. They will generate reports. They will show you the correct answer. So the kids know what they're doing. It's immediate feedback for them right there in the classroom. But yes, I would compare them to task cards. Even like a Quizlet, the cards like vocabulary cards,
Yeah.
similar to that. Okay, so let me go back and see if there's a free one. I'm just going to add this to show you what it looks like. So I don't teach gumdrop counting, but it's math. So once you click on the one you want, you just add it to your library. And then
we have a question real fast.
Okay.
Are the points expensive to buy?
I will look for you. They're not, but I'll go to that. So that one is in my library. We'll go back and look for it in a minute. Just help me remember gumdrop counting. Okay, so I'm trying to find one that is more points than what I have earned. Add to cart. So then when you go to your cart.
It's pretty simple to make them yourself.
I have not personally tried to make them yet. So it looks like as a school, we have 5 that were self-created. So it doesn't look too terrible, but I have not attempted it. Sorry. Maybe I can do that over Christmas break. So here are the prices in the store points. So like we have 30 points, but you can, $5 is 400 points. A lot of them are 50 to 100 points. But like I said, there are many free ones. Now, let me show you the best way that I found to find boom cards. And I'm not a huge Teachers Pay Teachers person, but I found boom cards on Teachers Pay Teachers. So I went ahead and typed in my Teachers Pay Teachers account, and you can see I searched boom cards, 2nd grade, and free. And I have lots of options here for free boom cards. So this is the same way. Once you download this and buy it, it'll show up in your library. And I'll go back to the library in just a moment. But I wanted you to see that there are many out there. So don't go be spending a lot of money on the points to try to get what you want, because you may be able to find them somewhere else and they may be cheaper.
Okay? I do have a question. So if you find someone that you like, can you edit ones that are already made? Or do you have to just use that one?
You can, depending on your membership level.
Gotcha.
Okay. I've only edited one, and I took out some of the slides. It had like 40 slides or 40 little task cards for the kids, and it was too many, but I really wanted some of them. So I edited it and just deleted some of the ones that we had in there. Okay. All right. So once you've put it in your library, you just go here to library, and you're going to see a whole lot show up because, like I said, this is our school account. And so multiple people use this one. But here are all the slides that we have for our school. So I don't even remember. It was gumdrop counting, I think. So if I can't find it in here, you can search. You can also, again, there's a search bar on the left side. So once you click on it, you go to actions and you assign it to your classroom. So if you have multiple classrooms like we do, you can only pick it to go to one class, or if you want it in both classes, you can do that. Now, once you've assigned it, the kids can log in and find it in their dashboard. It kind of shows up. I can't log in as a student right now, but it shows up like I would say kind of like your Facebook wall, and it gives them all these options for them to choose, like which ones they haven't done or completed. So even if they don't complete one that you assign in class, it'll still show up on their dashboard for them to complete at a later time. Okay, so this is one way you can do it. Now, how we do it with our younger kiddos are we go here to this hyperplay link. And once we have our link, we just copy that and put it in our Google Classroom. Once it's in our Google Classroom, and since you've imported it, the kids don't have to sign in. It automatically logs them in with their Google account, and it'll pop right up for them in their classroom. Now, the only downfall to this is it does not sync with the grade book because you're not actually creating an assignment because you can't put a link in and connect it to your grade book.
So basically, teachers will have to
you will manually
grades and
put the
manually.
grade in. Yes, but in a minute I'll quit sharing my screen, and I broke it down to where you can see what the report looks like without a kid's name on it. So if you'll give me a second, I'll do that. But the reports are really good because it shows, you know, if the kids finished it, if they have they can attempt these more than one time. So if it's something you just want to put on your classroom and have them practice it if they finish, like an early finisher task or for extra homework or maybe a review for a test, they can go back and do these as many times as they want. So you just copy that in, put it in your classroom. I'm going to stop sharing for just a moment and pull up the report so you can see what that looks like really quick. All right. Are there any other questions out there? And like I said, I'm not the complete guru on Boom Cards. I'm still learning.
But it does grade the Boom Cards for you in Boom Cards, correct?
Yes. And yes, in live time too. Okay, hold on. I'm almost at to where you can't see their names.
So this is really even a great tool for any grade. And with the power to make your own, you know, you have that control. So you may think, oh, these look kind of juvenile or for little kids, but really, I mean, any grade can make these and make them suited for their grade level and for their subject. So yes. I really like Boom Cards.
Okay, so I've split my screen here and so I could cover up the students' names, but this is one we did and it has the actual standard with it. So this was our picture graphs and bar graphs. So as you can see, it gives you a key at the bottom. You can't see that, it's covered, sorry. The key, the dark green, is that they've finished, how much they finished. So it shows you if they've completed the task or they haven't completed the task. It also shows you how many times they've attempted it. Like this one says 2, so they attempted this twice. But this is the report. It tells you how long it took them, their best score, their very last score, and you can also see how far along they are in that. And if you click on each individual name, it gives you a little bit more of a detailed report on that child and that set of Boom Cards. But it's really a good tool because I can see like this kid is almost finished, but wasn't doing very well. Now, I do want to say this, I did this at the beginning of the unit just to see where they were with graphing, because graphing is at the end of first grade. And so with being out on NTI last year, I didn't know how they were. So I used this as my kind of pre-assessment to get an idea of what they could do with graphs.
I do like that. And it's a fun kind of way to do that for them. And it's a great tool for you because it shows a lot of data. Now, here's my question. When they attempt it more than once, the grade, does it like combine the grades or does it take the best one, or, you know, how does that?
Okay, so it's still going to show you their best score and their last score here. But when you click on their name, you can see every attempt.
So you can kind of choose what grade you use.
Yeah, so if like with us being standards based, we could go through and kind of give them the mastery, near mastery, or remediation, depending on how many times they've taken it and how they did.
Mr. McNeely said that, just asked, was this similar to flashcards? And we had said that it was similar to task cards. So basically very similar to flashcards, but task cards, have a task on them, and then they have to answer it. It's very
Yes,
similar to.
Sometimes they are multiple choice. They're fill in the blank. They can type on the cards. Sometimes there are options for them to match pictures. I mean, there are multiple different kinds of boom cards. I can open one up and show you what they look like. You can preview them. Foreign learning.
Hey, Nikki, I can also see where this would work with foreign language really well.
Yes, I actually looked one up just to see if they had it because I thought Mr. Richards might be on. So I'm pulling it back up to show you what one looks like real quick. Sorry, I should have done that at the beginning. I got all excited, I guess. And of course, now our internet is loading. It says we have no bandwidth. Here we go. Sorry, guys. Our lovely Simsonia internet.
So, like we said, this can be used great in elementary because you can pull in your Google Classroom so fast and it's seamless. Middle school and high school, it's still good for you guys. They're older, they're able to find tools and resources a lot easier than our little ones. So they can get on boom cards just as easy. And there are tons of resources out there for all grade levels. So I really love that.
Yes, and I know we're almost out of time, so I wanted you to see what this looks like. Okay, so this is a preview. This is synonyms. So find the synonym for beach. So they can pick, and then I'm just going to pick one to show you incorrect answer, so they know right there that was wrong, And then it moves them to the next card, fire. And then they can also surrender. They can give up if they don't know the choice. So I'm trying to do them so you can
So
see.
if that surrender piece, Nikki, I'm gonna ask really quickly, why would they surrender and not just get things wrong twice and then get the right answer? Would they surrender when there's only one option or something?
Well, sometimes it might be fill in the blank, like a math problem. And if they absolutely cannot figure it out, it'll go on and skip them to the next problem. It does give them like one free surrender where it keeps it green and progresses. But on my end, on reports, it marks it as wrong. So I know that they missed it.
Okay. But you don't know if they just missed it or they surrendered it.
It'll show incomplete.
Okay.
So yeah, this is just kind of, and it's immediate feedback. It grades it for them. They know how they did at the end. It also gives them a score at the very end. On
the teacher side, can you see what the whole class did on certain boom cards? Would you be able to see that one boom card was missed multiple times?
Yes, you can tell which one was like the hard one or the easy one. Kind of like with quizzes, you review the questions at the end and it'll show up each question. So you'll have a percentage. Absolutely.
So lots of data there for the teachers. So, all right.
And it's, again, not just elementary. I mean, it's all the way up to 12th grade. So.
Yes. And I like it because it's not just, fill in the blank, or it's a little more action packed. So they've got some good graphics and, they will rope the kids in.
Yes, it does. And I know the one I did with picture graphs and bar graphs, they were fun bar graphs, things they enjoyed, and it was very colorful. And so it was intriguing for them, not just a black and white worksheet. So.
Well, all right. Well, can you believe that December is over for Lunch Bunch? We will try to continue this in some form or fashion after the new year, after we know what we will be doing. But I do really appreciate Nikki for coming on with us today and sharing book cards. Yes.
Hey, I can't stand it. You got a question on the YouTube chat, Nikki. So I wanted to ask you before we let you go, because you're our resident expert on this. So Mercedes wanted to know, she tried to import her class and it said she had too many students. Is there a cap on how many kids you can put in for free?
Depending on your membership level. So if you have more than one classroom, sometimes you can split that. Like I teach 2 groups of kids. That's why we kept them separate, because I could get more kids in that way. So you may just have to play around with your classrooms and things like that. So,
Like
right.
she can have 2 classes. She may only have
Right.
one, but she can
I
split
think
them.
you could only have, I forgot if it's like 28 or 30 kids in a classroom, maybe. So if you do 2 classrooms, you get 50 kids, maybe, I think. I can't remember without looking right at it. Sorry. But if she has questions, she can call me or email me and I'll help her with it. Okay.
Awesome.
Of course.
All right.
All right. Now I think we will close out, but thank you everyone for joining us. And remember that you can watch any of these lunch bunches on the GC Digital Learning YouTube page. And also use that GC Forward hashtag. I'm seeing more usage. I want to see what you guys are doing. We want to see what each other we're doing so we can learn from each other. So snap a picture and use that GC Forward hashtag, and let's share and learn together. So thank you for joining us for Lunch Bunch, and have a great holiday. And we will hopefully see you in some capacity after the new year. Thank you, guys.